That's also why I burn bridges, because in the magazine lives by who they write about. So if I criticize an artist, though, that's no good. That's who pays the bills.
Right.
So my criticism of certain artists weren't allowed. They weren't welcome. You know what I mean? And I would do this all the time. I would do that all the time. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you're not messing with no publications nowadays. You're just
the only publication is the underground publication. So I'll do stuff with one. I've written for One World magazine, but that's because my brother Paragon lays that out, and we do Premier Hip Hop. So I always look out for those brothers, and they do a lot of good stuff on the West Coast. You know, but that's my brother. But if it's a major magazine, they gotta pay because they ain't writing shit for free. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta leave it the way I wrote it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because before I was like some unknown kid writing. That ain't the case now. You know what I'm saying? My name means something on the shit, so you gotta have that shit the way I wrote it. Don't be fixing it and fucking it up. You know what I mean?
So like a source is not. Are you in contact with them, or do they reach out? You don't even care. They don't like. It's like whatever.
A lot of these magazines, when I started to write my books, I shared my books with all of these magazines, including with some of the people that I know inside of these magazines that are up there at the top of the chain. And they said, yeah, they gave me the, and they didn't reach out. So they left me totally independent. You know what I'm saying? And as an exercise though, right? I set my resume to a lot of these open positions, only they get rejected. So people respect the shit that I write as a writer, a journalist. The only one doing shit like this, Vibe and all of these magazines have rejected me for their positions that are open. I'm talking about music editor positions, news editor positions, And I do it just to fuck around. I said, look at the resume. I work with your man here. I was there when he started. And they just, So they don't want it. And I know that they don't want it because I did that to prove that. You know what I'm saying?
And that's because you 5%.
No, it's because I'm Sunyan stuff.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's because of all the shit that I did in these magazines, you know what I mean? And they're too pussy to write about real shit. You know what I'm saying? You got 1 million sales? Yo, what's up, man? What's up? That's the fucking journalism. That's fucking journalism. You know? You got 10 sales? Give me a pound. Yeah, what's up? You know? That's journalism. I just showed you journalism 101. You know what I mean? That's why, God. That's why. Shit like that. You know what I mean? Shit like that. It's fake. Why do you think the biggest hashtag I use is respect fake?
Right, I was just about to ask you about that. The whole respect fake thing.
Like,
Respect what?
Yeah, respect fake.
Respect fake?
Niggas respect fake.
Right.
They respect fake.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? Right. They respect it though. It's glitzy. It sells. It's all this. I respect it.
No, but that's.
They respect the shapeshifter that still blows up. They respect it though.
And so intertwined with that conversation that we always go back and forth about. Because him and I, we go back and forth about capitalism, right?
Right.
He doesn't like capitalism, right? And I can see why. My question is,
mildly,
what's the alternative, right? And that's not an easy answer. But people are like would respect fake because yo, I gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah.
He's getting it over here.
I have lived as best as I could by what KRS once said in Health, Wealth, and Knowledge of Self. Make money elsewhere. Hip hop, you won't abuse it. I respected the art that I was doing. I didn't want to make money in it if it was gonna have to deal with that.
People want to make money, man. People want to eat.
No.
People want to come up.
He's right. And at the same time, though, I get to say you're a fucking bitch that's eating good. Woo! You're a fucking piece of shit that's eating well. You're an all-star of pieces of shit. You're a respect fake legend, my man. Keep making that money.
That's funny.
So if people make pockets the whole thing, then I can ransack their pockets though. You know what I'm saying? If they make it about the money, then I can ransack.
So is this like you could put that in the LeBron talk about respect fake? It's a 40% championship winner in the championship.
Let me tell you something. LeBron James though is on that respect fake shit because of the way he plays on the court though. Primarily for that. I don't get mad at him because he didn't speak out against China when he was supposed to. All that. No, but he was wrong. He's supposed to, right? If he was on that shit, sacrifice your money, right? But they don't, because remember, we had people that did.
Right.
He gets called a revolutionary, but there were people that did, like Muhammad Ali, and they sacrificed all their money for this shit. Right? But LeBron James has been a total bitch on many a time in the court. Many a time. You know what I mean? And if teaching my daughters how to have integrity in the competitive fields that they're in, I would never have him bitch out the way he's bitched out on many occasions. You know what I mean? I'd rather have you lose, though, than bitch out like that. Or go to the press conference and, come with the cast after the finals, you lost. It's weak shit. It's weak shit. You know what I'm saying? It's weak shit.
People are in love with the lose.
But, but him making money, though, I don't care. Make your shitty Space Jams. You know what I mean?
Shitty Space Jams.
You know what I mean? You know?
No, but I'm just saying, like, when you deal with people and their appetites. That's the
art is always difficult. Art is always difficult because when you see great music, a lot of it though is because who knew how they sold. Like when you look at how Redman sold, that's really not supposed to sell. And if the same exact Redman had come out right now, nobody would fuck with it. If There Is a Dark Side came out today, nobody would fuck with it. Muddy Waters, nobody would fuck with it. You know what I'm saying? Some people get the luck, the opportunity of being at the perfect time. You know what I'm saying? Right?
That's that machine.
And the majority of people that make great music, right? That make really worthwhile music though, are not in that time of where money hits at the same time.
Right.
If not, then hip hop wouldn't be good. I'll tell you why. Hip hop, the best of hip hop is sampling beautiful music.
Right.
We talk about Wu-Tang, Cream. Did you ever hear the original of Cream? It's a beautiful song. RZA didn't have to do much on that one. That was a great dig.
Right.
How did the Charmels of that song not blow up like that and become incredible hit? You know what I'm saying? It's because music doesn't always blow up. You know what I'm saying? Right? You have people blow up that are legends. Aretha Franklin, but what about Linda Jones, who could belt it as much as anyone and has right? My favorite has always been Phyllis Hyman, though. She's a perfect example of a singer that never really blew up, right? Because a lot of it has Clive Davis trying to disco around and fucking her up.
Yeah, they made a lot of bad decisions, bro.
Right, yeah, they did. But she still made massive amounts of classics. Is a legend, one of the most beautiful singers ever. Like, her voice was perfect, to me. You know what I'm saying? To me. I give a whole bunch of technical reasons why. But I'm just saying, I love Phyllis Hyman. That's my number one. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, though, she didn't have the career that people expected her to have. It doesn't always collide.
Right.
You know, it usually doesn't. It usually doesn't. You know what I'm saying? Right? But so if it doesn't always collide, though, I'm not going to respect it. If you the media is the one that actually deliberately makes it collide. They make this shit collide. They decide the artist that they're going to, they love a person like Drake. Not because Drake is bitch and all that kind of shit, but because Drake is consistent. He'll be consistently weak, consistently submissive to everything. He's going to be on time, all this kind of shit. And you can write about him forever, though, and it's always going to be a consistent meal ticket. And he breeds consistent meal tickets. Now you get other guys coming again, singing softly, talking soft, and you know, and you get, oh, it's safe though. Right? Remember, the journalism world though, to get the piece though, you want to talk to Redman, you got to go to Newark. I don't want to fucking, I used to be in rooms that goes, I'm not going to fucking Newark. People are like, oh look, we got to do Fat Joe, but we're going to have to go to, you know, we're going to have to go out there to South Bronx and shit. I don't want to go out there. It was snowing out there for the wrong reasons. I'm not going out to the Bronx though. What if I ask the wrong question though and I don't make it back? You know what I mean? Oh wait, you mean I gotta go to Brownsville to talk to MOP? I don't know. You know, back then, you know, it's go, let's do a phone interview. Let's do Zoom. Let's Zoom Billy Dance on Zoom. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like that back then. You have to go to the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I used to have to go to neighborhoods. I went to the Bronx. I wouldn't live in the Bronx until 4 years later. I went to the Bronx to talk to Fat Joe. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know what the fuck I was doing then. I had no idea where the fuck I was. All I knew was where that green bulb was, that train station. Just in case, you know what I mean? Just in case. You know? Right? You leave the trail at Totones, so you can find the fucking train. Right? Because you don't know what might happen though. Right. Fat Joe be very cool with me, but then when I leave, everybody fucking hates me. I don't know, right? How powerful is he, right? Right? When I really took the tour of Brownsville, I was with Thurston Howell though. I wasn't by myself, you know. But he's an ambassador though. You could walk through Brownsville with him, you know. They took care of me, you know what I'm saying? But you know that's not what was that's not what was comfortable though. Nas is gonna have to come here. I'm not going to Queensbridge. Are you fucking crazy? Let's go to Queensbridge to interview Bob Deep. You know? After a while, they're like, I don't like this idea. We'll go to the label. Right? So, they make things easier, you know? I'm not saying that I like the dangerous way. I don't think it's meant for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I prefer to go to,
let
me go see.
Right, in their habitat.
Right,
that's the way,
Let me go build
where they're comfortable, not sitting in front of like a desk and stuff in some corporate boardroom.
Some studio or something.
That's how you used to do it.
Right?
You'd be in like a boardroom that was like a corporate boardroom and you'd be talking to the artists there. You know? That's how I did Terror Squad. You know? I was in the boardroom. It was mad awkward for all of them.
When I was a journalist, because I've like read some articles, I can't name exactly who it was, but you know, like I would read the story and it seemed like, all right, well, I met him over here, or I was at, you know, I caught him at the end of the show and I got this piece, and then, you know, I might have met him at his house somewhere, you know, or at a restaurant, and then they pieced the whole thing together artistically, right?
That's how they do it. Right. All these artists, like when I mentioned J Live, I went out to Brooklyn to meet him, and I was at his house. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, did you piece it together, like the story, like you
it was all my responsibility. They would try to guide you to that, and the guiding would become more intense as the years went on. Like you said, like I never got to interview Jadakiss because when they asked me to, they also told, listen, when you talk to Jadakiss, talk about this beef. I said, I don't talk about no fucking beef. Fuck that. I want to talk about his music though. I've never talked to him before though. He's got a lot of albums. I want to talk about. You know, if I'm gonna piss him off about some bullshit, I'm gonna talk about why he picked those beats. Right. I'm not gonna talk about, you know what I mean? I'm gonna talk about how he rhymes, all that kind of shit. He said, oh no, we'll get somebody else. That's the shit. Yeah, we get somebody else. You know, I was young though. I was saying what I was gonna do. Yeah, I wouldn't keep it to myself. You know what I'm saying? So you know, but you know, that's what it is. You know what I mean? This whole thing this whole era I call the Invisible Renaissance because it's a huge, incredible world though, but it's not anywhere all these rappers are signing these bullshit deals. You know what I'm saying? And you can live off it. You know what I'm saying? You can live off it and make a nice income. Right. A lot of the greatest MCs have day jobs, but they get a lot out of their records too. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. And some of them are eating. You know what I'm saying? Right. Solely off hip hop. You know. They worked it out. They found the niche and all that, you know. But as it gets bigger and bigger, though, the niches will mutate. You know what I'm saying? As we see now, they're mutating and they're becoming like commercialized in that underground. You know what I'm saying? Like you see commercialization of. It's like you know. It's like a beast eating itself. It's
you can see like commercialism is going to seep away its way in.
Yeah, because now you sell your product. Now you do the same things that they did. You sell the cliches. You sell all that shit. You know? Yeah. It's like Animal Farm. Fucking Animal Farm. Seriously. But yeah. Did I say enough to get me in trouble? We're gonna have the trouble. Get the Muslims all
not just the Muslims, man.
Everybody,
everybody
in
we
trouble.
have trolls. We have
trolls though. He's gonna be like, hey, how dare you? So
if Mecca did this.